Hi, I'm Phyllis from southernfrugal.com. Well, we didn't do a green smoothie video this morning or any other videos either yesterday or today because I have been working on my YouTube channel. And YouTube says I really need to do a trailer to introduce my channel to people who have not subscribed. So I just finished doing that, and I hope that's what they wanted. I don't know. But anyway, I did want to do a recap on the green smoothies. Now I've got my notes here, and I thought it was time because we've been doing the green smoothies now for about 6 months. Actually, it's over 6 months. So right away when we started with the green smoothies, the first thing we noticed was having more energy and just generally feeling better. So once we tried them and had been doing them for a couple of weeks, we thought, well, why don't we just do these every morning? So that's what we started doing, and I started trying to see how many ingredients, really super healthy ingredients, I could get in there. And so now that we're about 6.5 months, let's see, it might even be more than that, down the road, and we have certainly had the green smoothies every morning. We might have missed 2 mornings or 3 maybe, if that. I don't even think we've missed 3. I really don't. But anyway, every morning we super look forward to having our smoothies because they make you feel good, they give you energy, and you just generally feel healthy eating them, or drinking them rather. So I made myself some notes on the different things we had discovered. And one of the biggest things is, of course, that kale is probably the most healthy green you can use. Spinach, lettuce, and certainly you want to use the green lettuce or the multicolored lettuce, and even Italian parsley in the smoothies to get your greens. Now we do have those raw. Now what I do now, I didn't do this in the beginning, but now what I've started doing, I go ahead and grind the greens up in the Vitamix, and then I put them in ice trays and freeze them so I've got little cubes. I'm just trying to make it much easier on myself every morning since I'm not a morning person. So anyway, that's getting the greens in us, and I really don't worry about more greens during the rest of the day, even though we frequently have salads at supper. I don't really worry that we're not getting enough greens because I really think we are, with all the vitamins and minerals that are in those. And again, eating them, using them raw. Now, when I freeze them, I don't blanch them first because that's going to kill the enzymes in them. But I really don't keep them frozen for more than, I'd say I haven't had any of the greens frozen in the cubes for more than about 3 weeks. So it doesn't really change anything about the greens. Now, I don't freeze lettuce. That's probably the only one I don't freeze. I've even put stalks of broccoli in them. That works out really well because the stalk's very nutritious too in the broccoli. And the other thing I do is try to get something yellow in the smoothie, like either sweet potatoes or carrots, and I don't always follow through with that as much as I would like. But raw carrots, of course, I go ahead and peel mine and wash them really good. And then the sweet potatoes, probably be better if they were raw, but I actually cook mine. I buy them a bushel at a time and bake them in the oven because you want to retain all the potassium in them. You don't want to boil them in water because then the potassium kind of seeps out into the water you boiled them in. And I used to do it that way, but I don't do it that way anymore. I go ahead and bake them in the oven and then freeze them. That way I have them to use in smoothies. The other thing is the fruit. And of course the fruit's where the taste is going to be. It really is. But the first thing would be oranges, and I try to use oranges, fresh oranges, or when I first started out I was using fresh orange juice and just juicing my own. Again, buying the oranges by the bushel at the farmer's market. However, recently we haven't been able to do that because they don't have any, but Walmart has some, so we've been getting them at Walmart recently. But anyway, you definitely use the orange or some type of citrus, either lemon or lime, in with the greens, which is going to kill that raw green taste that a lot of people don't like, including us. So anyway, that would be the citrus, and of course then the fruit being strawberries, pineapple, apples, blueberries, peaches, whatever fruit you like. And that will sort of tell you what the flavor is going to be. The other thing that we almost always use in our smoothies are bananas. And I also buy those by the bushel at the farmer's market, and I freeze them with the peeling and everything. I've got a drawer in the bottom of my big freezer, and I just bring them home, put them straight in there, and it's a whole bushel at a time, which is about 40 pounds. I think the bushel weighs 40 pounds, maybe a little more. And that way I'm never run out of bananas, because we just like bananas in the smoothie. Now, I have tried avocado, but apparently when I fixed the smoothie and used the avocado, I used too much. But I'm sure that avocado is good too. The other thing I have used is the quinoa, spelled Quinoa, which is actually a seed, and it started in South America. It was like they called it food of the gods in the Inca civilization, because that's what their warriors ate. And anyway, you can get that in your regular grocery store now, so I use that, and I actually rinse it off real good and then cook it for about 20 minutes like rice, and then I freeze that too. So that goes in there. The other thing that we put in sometimes, a lot of times I forget, but we use the chia seeds. Now, when you use the chia seeds, if your smoothie is too thick already, that's just going to make it that much thicker. But I do use the chia seeds sometimes. So the other thing are the nuts. Now, Mr. Bucky's favorite is, of course, the peanut butter. He always wants to know, where's the peanut butter? He does. And I'll have to tell you that the peanut butter makes the smoothies absolutely delicious. The other thing I like to use are the almonds, and I usually now I roast my almonds just until you can smell them in the room, so 10 or 15 minutes in about a 350-degree oven. Then I let them cool and grind them up in the dry beaker of the Vitamix, and then I usually add a little water, so when I freeze that almond butter, which is what it turns into, it will, Steely, he's trying to bark while I'm talking. It will come out of the ice trays easier. And I did try freezing peanut butter, and boy, that did not work, because I think the purchased peanut butter has a lot of oil in it, and it'll freeze finely, but it takes it a couple of days to get solidly frozen. All right, so the nuts I use are almonds, walnuts, and pecans. And I've recently used cashews. Now that works real good, but I'll have to tell you, when you put cashews and bananas together, it makes the smoothie taste like banana pudding. It does. It makes it taste just like banana to me, because I think that the cashews you think that's the vanilla wafer you're eating in the banana pudding. That's what it tastes like to me anyway. And let's see, the other thing was getting enough protein in the smoothie. And of course we do that mainly with the peanut butter and the nuts. But of course everything we put in there has got protein in it. But I like to use the lentils, and I particularly like those little red or orange lentils. And I also use chickpeas. I've actually used Great Northern beans. All of these, cooking them before, cooling them off, grinding them up, and putting them in the ice trays. And, you know, let them freeze. Then you just I've made up different packets, and I'm getting ready to do that again. But right now I don't have any packets. I'm having to go to each individual one and pull out what we need. And so anyway, chickpeas, lentils, which have 9 grams of protein per serving, which is great. I think they actually have more protein than an egg does. Think about it. For breakfast, put enough lentils in your smoothie, you'll never taste them. And they're there, which is why it will carry you so long before you get hungry, much longer than if you eat like bacon and eggs. Now, you wouldn't think that would be true. And if somebody had told me that, I probably wouldn't have really believed it a couple of years ago. But it's absolutely true. We generally probably now eat breakfast or drink our smoothies 7:30, 8 o'clock, usually not later than that. And we almost never get hungry until 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we're not really hungry. You know what I'm saying? You just feel like I need to eat. And part of the reason for that is all the fiber and all these different ingredients in the smoothie causes, you don't get a spike in your blood sugar. That's what I'm trying to say, which brings up this point. If the smoothie's not sweet, I don't like it. It's that simple. So I'm going to sweeten it with dates if I have them, which I've just ordered some more from nuts.com. So I'm going to have some dates. They'll probably get here tomorrow or today even. I've used honey. Now I'm not real thrilled with the honey because it takes a lot more honey to get that sweetness that I'm looking for than it does to use just regular sugar or dates or even just regular, like I use log cabin syrup. That works great. I just did that this week too, and I was very surprised at how quickly it sweetened the smoothie. So I think that's about it. Now what has happened during this time is we both ended up having our physical really about 3 months after we started doing the green smoothies. So Mr. Bucky's cholesterol was perfectly in line, normal, and my cholesterol was not quite as good as his, but still certainly within the realm of healthy. And blood sugar levels were fine. Everything really was fine. We both had a really clean checkup on all of our blood work. And I would definitely attribute that to the green smoothies, because before, sometimes my cholesterol would be a little up and I'd have to kind of go on a little bit of a diet. Then I'd get it rechecked and it would be okay, and then go back up again a little bit. Now, we never had a major cholesterol problem, but you know, they want you to keep it low when you get, especially when you get our age. So the other thing would be mental sharpness. I would say that both with me and Mr. Bucky, our mental clarity got a lot better. And also, I don't think you need as much sleep when you're getting the right nutrition. Yeah, because we used to take naps in the afternoon. I almost never take a nap now. And I used to, especially in the wintertime. I mean, when you're retired, don't you get to take naps? You do. That's one thing. You people who have not retired yet, when you do retire, you'll get to take a nap in the afternoon if you want to. That's part of being retired. You can do that. Also, you know, certain mental clarity, having more energy, great reading on our cholesterol with our blood work at the doctor. Of course, you know, be sound or sleeping more sound, I would put it that way. Now, we just do the smoothies in the morning. That's our breakfast, and then at one meal during the day, like either for lunch or dinner or slash supper, we have what I call a big meal, and we almost never eat more than 3 ounces of any kind of animal protein. Now, I think we're living pretty healthy. We try to get exercise too. In fact, while I'm doing this video, Mr. Bucky is up in Columbia, and he's going to go to 2 or 3 different stores, and he said, well, this is going to be my walking for the day. So one of the stores, I think he's going to go to Walmart for something, so he'll walk all around, park way away from the front door, so you have to walk all the way there. Then when you get through shopping, you got to walk all the way back, and you can get a lot of walking in that way. Anyway, he's going to 2 or 3 different stores, so he's going to get his walking in that way today. Now, we have had a problem with mosquitoes here. I mean, it ain't a problem. It's like a plague. You just walk out the door and they start lighting on you. And for some reason, these mosquitoes we were experiencing this year are much smaller than mosquitoes we were familiar with. And I was sitting watching TV, or I was either watching videos one night, and one bit me right there on the chin. And you know, because where I sit in my chair in the den is right next to the door, and I think when we were letting the dogs out or something, one just came in and got me right there. And then another day, I was sitting back in the office loading a video, and one bit me on the ankle. So, I mean, what are you going to do? We're just praying for frost, right? I don't know what else we can do. Our little town doesn't spray anymore for mosquitoes. We found that out, and boy, what a difference it's made. Yeah, I mean, it's like nice summertime weather outside, but we rarely go out because of the mosquitoes. Anyway, I didn't mean to get all into that. So I wanted to give y'all a recap of the green smoothies. Now, from where I'm sitting right now, I think for the rest of our lives we'll be doing green smoothies because of how they make us feel. Now, when the couple of times that we haven't had you had the smoothies that day, you can definitely tell the difference in how you feel. You really can. So even when we go up to Mountain Rest, now I don't have a Vitamix up there yet, but even when we go up there, I've got my blender up there, and we have them every day up there too. I mean, it's just a given. We're going to have those green smoothies every single morning. All right, so that's it. Now, y'all, please leave me some comments down below if you're doing green smoothies, because I know, you know, from when you started green smoothies, you were probably on a journey just like we were, and then you find out what you like and, you know, what you don't like, because we found out some that we just don't like, and what you do like, and particularly how do you sweeten yours. And I know that some people say that, you know, you'll get used to them not being sweet. Well, that hasn't happened yet. So to me, they've got to taste good. And I really think that's why we're continuing to make the green smoothies every morning, because they taste very, very good. And we both look forward to that smoothie in the morning. And of course, that's the time I videotape in the morning, and, you know, I get to talk to y'all. So anyway, that's it, and we will see y'all next time. I'm trying to get to the place where I get some kind of schedule on my videos. I don't know, I get inspired. I say, oh, I'm going to record this. Oh, you know, like I made some gravy the other night. I'm going to have to do a video on that. That might be the best gravy I ever tasted, and certainly it's the best gravy I ever made, and it was so simple to make, and all we did was put it over meatloaf. But anyway, I know what the recipe is, and it just sort of came to me, you know, to do this, do that, and it's real simple and just absolutely delicious. So I'll probably do a video on that certainly the next time I make it. But anyway, that's it. We will see y'all next time.